Hello, my little weirdos. Y'all know I'm still trying to play catch up from my computer being down during the weekend. Well, actually, from Sunday early afternoon um, to Tuesday. We all have seen the Photoshop fist of Garcia, right? Gilmar Abrego Garcia. We all know he has the four symbols, the skull, and the cross, and one on each finger. And then the Trump administration, after they got caught that this guy was not a criminal, had photoshopped MS-13. It's very obvious a school child could tell the difference. It's two-dimensional. It's very flat compared to the other tattoos on his hand. On the top of his hand, those have depth. They have wear. They're not. This is obviously a flat 2D type. I think it's even aerial print. MS-13, because that's the standard thing that a lot of computer they're set to is aerial or Times Roman. It used to be New Times Roman, right? But I think aerial takes up just a little less space. It's narrower. It's obvious. It's been debunked. Now I want you to listen to this interview. You've probably heard it, but I mean, the dude really fucking believes this?
He wasn't a member of a gang. And then they looked, and on his knuckles, he had MS-13.
There's a dispute.
Wait a minute. He had MS-13 on his knuckles.
He had some tattoos that are interpreted that way. But let's move on.
Wait a minute. Hey, Terry.
He did not have the letter MS-13.
It says MS-13.
That was photoshopped.
That was photoshopped. Terry, you can't do that. Hey, they're giving you the big break of a lifetime. You're doing the interview. I picked you because, frankly, I never heard of you, but that's okay. I picked you, Terry.
First, right there, tells you a lot. I never heard of you, but they picked him. His admin, his cabinet picked him, so he just did what they said. Number one, when have you ever heard of a president say something like that about important stuff? I don't know if it's an interview that he considers this a big interview, correct? Obviously. They picked you. I personally don't know who you are. Then you're not making the decisions on who you talk to. Everybody else around you makes those decisions. Then you're not doing the running of the government, are you? Number one.
Hey, but you're not being very nice. He had MS-13 tattooed.
Agree to disagree. I want to move on to something else.
Terry, do you want me to show you the picture?
I saw the picture.
And you think it was Photoshop? Well,
Here we go.
Don't Photoshop it. Don't look at his hand. He had MS-13.
He did have tattoos that can be interpreted that way. I'm not an expert on them. I want to turn to Ukraine, sir. I want to get to Ukraine.
No.
See, this
MS,
he should be pressing this.
This is why people no longer believe the news, because
when
it's
he was
fake
photographed
news.
in El Salvador, they aren't there. But let's just go. They aren't there.
Now, when he brings that up, you'll see how Trump kind of blows right over that. This is where that reporter should have dug in and gotten one of their people that was, to show him the picture on Twitter of the guy that Bukele released himself, the dude from El Salvador, the president. And it shows his hand there while he's talking to the congressman, And it has no MS-13 on it. This is where this dude, instead of saying, well, let's just go to Ukraine, he wants to cover a lot of things, but if he would concentrate on this one thing and get it through his skull that is not really on his hand, if this guy really is being recalcitrant and not getting those people back because he really thinks they're all gang members, because he's got people that formulated Project 2025 who are smarter than him, that are in his cabinet and advisors.
When he's in
They weren't there, but they're there now, right?
No,
but
they're in your picture.
Terry,
Ukraine, sir.
he's got MS-13 on his knuckles.
All right.
Okay?
We'll take a look.
It's such a disservice.
We'll take a look at
Why
that,
don't you
sir.
just say, yes, he does, and, go on to something else?
It's contested.
Oh my fucking God. Number one, that he honestly, seriously seems to believe it. I mean, you could hear it in his voice. I'm sure you have seen these videos before I have, being as that my computer was out. It was out again. I think it's a video card, personally. That's what my nephew's friend thinks it is, and I think so, the way it's acting, which isn't a huge problem. It just, if it happens, if it flops, and I'm not here for it, it's because my nephew has got my computer and his friend's trying to fix it. It's probably a video card. But at any rate, I haven't seen that video. I'm sure y'all have. His face is as serious as his voice sounded, okay? He really fucking thinks that. Which now, if he's just the figurehead, then he needs to go. And I do know a congressperson the other night was had put in impeachment, articles of impeachment. I think he had submitted them, or he was submitting them currently. But that's a little scary that the guy really fucking believes it. And the real, that reporter had the golden opportunity. Nobody else, no press else around. It's just a one-on-one interview. And his, camera people. He had nobody else yelling out questions to him. Nobody to redirect him. Donald himself was insistent that was real. And he kept going back. He didn't want to continue. He wanted to know, no, this is real. This was the time. This was the time to get your people, while he's talking, just like, can you get some of to show him pictures when he was on the streets, pictures when he's in CCOT of his hand, and then the other picture. How did that suddenly appear on his hand? Did he get MS-13 tattooed on him in CCOT? Is that what happened? So he could just sign his death warrant? I think not. Methinks not. Okay? No, that is not what happened. And if somebody can get Donald to understand, why don't they have him fly down to El Salvador and go see him in person? Go look at his hands. How about that, Donald? You want a little vacay, don't you? Everybody else has gone down there. All your people have gone down there. Little Ice Barbie in her little tight white shirt in front of the cellmate full of men. I mean, seriously, you deserved to get your purse stolen to show you how incompetent you are. And that is exactly why the purse was stolen. To show how fucking incompetent the entire administration is. I'm sure somebody saw them there and thought this was a perfect opportunity to show them. It wasn't that he wanted to steal the purse, I don't believe. They wanted to show exactly how incompetent the entire administration is. And yes, that got ahead thing. The entire administration. That's right. I haven't put any makeup on. Well, I don't usually. But, and I thought Raspy was getting sick before the computer issues started. But then, once the computer came back, my toaster oven died. It just didn't work this last night. I went to go use it, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I won't use the big oven, not just for one person, especially when the warmer weather comes. That fucking sucks. I gotta see how much those are. But, yeah. Why doesn't Donald just go there himself? Or why don't you bring Garcia back? And before he's anything else, the first stop is the White House. Show him. Look, my knuckles. Nothing. No MS-13 on him. And then he goes directly home. That's what should happen. You don't believe it either, Donald? You go down and look, or bring Garcia up here and show he has no tattoos. And if they try to put one on him, they'll be able to see that it's fresh. I'm just in utter... I didn't really think he was that good of an actor, but there's a lot of things that he says half convincingly that he didn't know about when he did. Comes out later, he absolutely did. Like the Project 2025. But this, when he would say about the Project 2025, he would just have that blank look. I don't know, that dismissive look. I have no idea what that is. This one, he's like, no, his face is all, no, Terry, you know, I mean, he's serious. And that's just astoundingly concerning. Have a good day. Peace out.